NBA2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. And the pregame warm-ups are wrapping up out in Houston, where it'll be the Rockets going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, one thing we know, they feel they match up well in this contest. It's obviously an opponent they're confident going up against. We won't have to wait long to see if that confidence is well-founded. All right, this Warriors super team, hard to believe they got even scarier on paper than the roster that won 73 games. How do you guard them?
I don't know if you can, Ernie. You just got to be able to score against them because offensively, it's no way to really slow them down. They have too much skill, too much versatility, and too much shooting. Just a lot of much.
Same question to you, big guy.
Well, Ernie, when they go small, you got to pound them. You got to take it to them. Barbecue chicken alert down there in the middle. But, Ernie, unfortunately, most of the big men who could punish them have gone extinct. Extinct.
Kevin Harlan has the call.
They're unicorns.
We'll see you later.
Small ball.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet?
Rockets here at home in this Western Conference matchup live here in Houston. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche la NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Hey, Kevin, you hear a lot about the chemistry on this Warriors team. Now, one thing that they do is after a road game, if they have the next day off, they stay in that city and they have a team dinner. Steph Curry said, instead of going our separate ways, we enjoy each other's company. It helps build the camaraderie that you need to be successful. Kevin?
And thanks, David. Relationships come before anything else. Clearly, these guys like each other off the court as well. Clark, we're seeing some dominant play by both these teams, and it may be a preview of the postseason.
I tell you what, with the way both of these teams are playing, you could be exactly right, Kevin. I mean, games like this mean a little bit more than others when you're going against an opponent that's on par with where you are and where you want to go.
And it's the Warriors to start out. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Thompson and Durant, the sharp. It's small ball with Iguodala and Green down low. And it's Curry in at the point guard. Paul kicks it to Tucker. Some nice passing there by Houston. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harden's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Curry kicks to Iguodala. Fires for three. Rebounded by Capella.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Reza dishes to Capella. Right through the D for the layup.
You know, Capella's really hard to deal with inside, especially inside. Does a nice job using his size to get that shot off.
And it's Durant missing. Rockets on offense. Reza. There's the dish to Tucker. Back to Harden. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Curry against Paul to end the run. And Steph Curry gets the three. Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And Kevin, that 3 ball of Curry, deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, what angle, or how deep.
Now here's Harden. 6 points for him. Capella kicks to Harden. Back to Capella. Stolen by Durant. Beyond the arc. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Durant.
Gotta love the smooth shooting stroke of Thompson. Outstanding at shooting as soon as he catches the ball.
And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've also gotten into a nice rhythm from the three-point line early on tonight.
No good on the free throw. And last year, one of the bigger surprises in the NBA, the Houston Rockets.
And remember, absent Dwight Howard, a lot of people thought maybe they're going to take a step back. And in the year where several other super teams in the league kind of took a step forward, the Rockets were able to hold their own. The team has a system that works, and they have bought into it. And top to bottom, they've been making smart decisions. When he keeps his emotions in check, Green is a fantastic leader on the court. He can run a little hot, but there's no doubting his drive, his willingness to do whatever it takes to win.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. And it's the Warriors on the break. It's blocked. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, and Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots. And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
And here is Paul. He feeds it to Nene. There's Gordon with the three. Buries it from three-point range. Gordon's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. To the paint, here's Iguodala. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Nene left side. Over Green. And again, the Rockets good for two.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Rockets leading by 3. Paul kicks to Mbamute. And another 3 for Houston.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
It really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
Nice shot by Thompson. And Houston calls their first time out of the game. And Clark, some great players who can score no matter the situation. With that in mind, who do you think are some of the best finishers right now in a congested lane and a lot of traffic?
Well, there's only one guy on this list for me. I've never seen anybody do the contorting and the finishing from multiple angles against all size of defender that Kyrie Irving does. He is head and shoulders above any other finisher in the league, in my opinion. Nobody has done it like that guy does.
Houston making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. Golden State also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Green. Young comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Green, the screen. Paul outside. Outside, Green. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 5 assists in the game. Durant for 3. Second chance shot. And it's laid up and in by Young. Young's got his first 2 points of the night.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Now here's Paul. Young with the steal. 55 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. West is checked in for Kevin Durant. 51 seconds left here in the first quarter. Young dishes to Thompson. Knocked loose. 5 on the clock. On the wing, Green. McGee with the block. And they get it back. And Nene slams it in. Warriors trail by 6. Livingston kicks to McGee. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Ball outside. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
You cannot underestimate Chris Paul's ability to finish through contact just because he's small. I mean, he's as tough as they come.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Rockets ahead, leading by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when
when your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of an asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around, staying aggressive, and capitalizing too.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. West is out there with Nick Young. And it's McGee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And when you watch the Warriors, one thing that just jumps out is their passing. Everyone on this team, they allow the ball to dictate where it goes. Just unselfish to a fault.
Watching Ariza pull the trigger from outside, he is a skilled sniper from deep.
And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Pachulia, he's checked in for the Warriors. Stolen by Harden, and there's the foul. Will go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. And Bahamute is checked in for Trevor Ariza. Golden State also making some changes. Bell is checked in for West. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Thompson. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Curry. Houston's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And the Warriors last year averaging right around 30 assists a game as a team. Greg, just a huge number, and they led the league in that regard by a wide margin.
Yeah, the passing they do is what they purpose as well. And I really feel like they have the highest collective basketball IQ in the game. I mean, they get a lot of free points off backdoor cuts or leak outs, and that's all because of their ball movement and awareness as a group.
Young in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Ooh! That's how you attack.
Wow. Oh, man. my. Boy, I love Eric Gordon as a combo guard. He's a multi-talented player who can play either guard position.
Young with no one around. And the three ball is good. Young's got 5 now.
Great job getting to the right spot on the court. Beautiful passing all the way around.
Timeout called, the Rockets. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. And the Warriors also making a change. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Young. Curry passes to Livingston. Shoots the three. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Green. Well, Swiss center Clint Capella is up there as one of the most efficient players in the league. He's only 22, but he's efficient mostly because all his shots come right at the basket, right on the doorstep. Last season, efficient near the top of the league, in fact, in field goal percentage.
And for a while, he was leading the league, if I recall correctly, Kevin. Capella knows who he is, what he's about, and what his team needs from him. So he finishes off his chances that are created by guards penetrating. Not flashy, but very effective.
And it's in there.
Sheer power there from Capella. Not an easy guy to contain when he's going up with the shot.
To the inside, Pachulia. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Pachulia's got his first basket of the night. Harden against Curry. Now, here is Harden. Guarded closely. Oh, he misses the dunk. Here's Bell, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
Harden's shot is good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
He was all alone on that one. And that's now 6 points for Kevin Durant.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And one thing that is quite clear with the Rockets in terms of their approach is their shot selection. They prefer easy layups or threes. Very rarely will you see them play that in-between game.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Riza comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Paul in for James Harden. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries. And that shot selection, a systematic approach by the whole Houston organization. Greg, is a team, they actually took less mid-range jump shots than DeMar DeRozan did individually last season.
Yeah, and it wasn't even close. I mean, the approach Houston has made successful the last few seasons, that they are 100% committed to not taking mid-range shots if they can help it.
Curry against Paul. Ball's knocked loose.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Well, you're maximizing your possessions. That's the critical thing here, and they've got to make sure the timing is right, though.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And the rejection by Curry. And they're able to recover. Paul gets to Ariza. Here's Nene. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 6 assists here tonight.
Chris Paul is a flat-out playmaker, guys. Straight up. Knows exactly where to go with the ball most every time.
James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Hey, everybody.
Show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Kenny the... James Harden led the way in the first half. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Tonight isn't an exception as looking back at his last few games, he's been stringing together some incredible performances. And that wraps up halftime.
And as we return to Houston, Texas, a terrific look at the skyline here. The Toyota Center, part of that great land. Well, Clark, you had the distinct honor of playing horse against the former president of the U.S., Barack Obama. You lost that game, I don't want to remind you, but I want an honest answer. Did you let him win that contest?
Kevin, the deal is that it was an unbelievable privilege to play POTUS. We changed the letters of that game back in 2010, and I let the president up. I gave him life after I had him down, and he took advantage of turning the momentum in his favor. He won fair and square. I did give him an opportunity to win, but he's on top in that matchup, and I think it ended up being good television. And while some of my former teammates look at me with disdain for having lost a horse game to the president, I think it was all intended to end just the way it did.
Ball and Harden, the star-studded backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Ariza in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Here's Paul. Thompson from long range. Here's Green, and there's the bucket. Stand with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
Paul kicks to Harden. Green with the block.
Green takes great pride in his defense now. He loves the 9 shots at the rim and playing bigger than his 6'8" frame would lead you to believe. Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Gordon's checked in for the Rockets. On the wing, it's Iguodala. Guarded by Tucker. Paul dishes to Tucker. Gordon kicks to Ariza. The pass to Tucker. From the line, here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Hey, he's not going to mess that one up. Capella, when he's that close, count it.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Curry against Paul. Here's Durant. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists in the game.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Paul against Curry. Paul passes to Gordon. And some nice passing there by Houston. He kicks to Paul. Back to Gordon. Clock is at 3. Dishes to Tucker. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
You know, one of the great strengths of Coach D'Antoni, to me, Kevin, is he really gives his players a lot of confidence. And his philosophy really clicks with players. They're comfortable playing for him. They know their responsibilities, and they play hard for D'Antoni.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. JaVale McGee's checked in for Durant. Young is subbed in for Thompson. And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And to what you said about Mike D'Antoni, he sees his players and asks, what can they do instead of what can't you do?
And, you know, he's had a lot of success last season, elevating the Rockets and winning Coach of the Year in the process.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. And Bahamute comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Johnson in for Trevor Ariza. To the wing right side. Here's Nene. Back to Bahamute. And again, it's the Rockets from deep. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Curry on the wing. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Back to Paul. Right side, Gordon. Fires the 3. West with the steal. The feed now to McGee. Got that one up quick. McGee's got the lead up to 3 now for the Warriors.
And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance?
Yeah, that was a sweet pass right there, setting up his teammate nicely, and that's really how you move the rock. Share that sugar, man. Share it.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Warriors.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shot.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Black's checked in for Nene. She comes in for Joe Johnson. And it's James Harden in for Paul. And that one drops. 19 points for James Harden.
Man, I love how easily Harden fills it up. Scores in so many ways, making it look easy.
You know, Clark, for all the talk of Russell Westbrook he had with his triple-doubles in the record-setting season, James Harden was a force in that department as well. Second in the league in scoring and in triple-doubles. It was just a huge part of why he had such a claim to the MVP award.
Well, you know what? Harden was fantastic and had a phenomenal year, a record-setting type individual performance for Harden. But as hard as he worked, still not quite enough to get to the top of the MVP ladder.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
The Warriors shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Free throw good, Curry.
What a family of shooters the Currys are. Dell, Seth, Steph, they can all shoot the lights out, but if they have a family three-point contest, I think I'd have to go with this man here. I think I'm going with Steph.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from James Harden.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
And Gordon over to help. There's the screen, up off the screen, and it's McGee slamming it down.
Boy, the unselfishness of Iguodala is really admirable. A forward with excellent vision, has a feel for when one of his guys is open.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in a hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Good on the triple.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
The Warriors shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's known for his antics, his sense of humor. Can kind of cut both ways for Young, though, over the course of his career.
Knocked away. To the wing on the left. Just 3 on the clock. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Yeah, refusing to give up anything easy. Solid defense, and I like that attitude.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. We'll return shortly. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Great start, fellas. Play, your cutting is awesome.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. So it's the Warriors now. 6-point game. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. Pachulia is out there with Looney. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. Looney kicks to Curry. And the 3 off target.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Here's Capella. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists in the game.
Not a lot the defense can do defensively there. I mean, Capella is just a big guy, and he's got a nice touch, too.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
Gordon dishes to Harden. Houston moving it around. And he gets it to go. Harden's got 12 points here in the second half.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Thompson with the bucket.
Yeah, once Thompson gets going, he is almost impossible to slow down. We're seeing that tonight. Their entire offense is revolving around him, and boy, is he coming through.
Here's Looney. Flushes it down to finish the break.
That's a pretty serious blow, guys. I mean, they are showing they want this game, staying active defensively and putting up some quick points. And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
You're exactly right, Greg. That's certainly in his range. Forget about the miss and get ready for the next one.
Curry outside. It's rebounded by Houston.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
You're exactly right. Patrolling the perimeter well and didn't allow the shooter to get off a clean look. That's what you would call A+ defense.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Ariza.
Kevin, no stopping Ariza on the drive. Even with contact, he gets to the rim with ease.
And I want to see more of that from him. I mean, he's been passing up on his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones that he takes.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Greg, both of these teams completely aligned, in sync right now. I mean, they are torching the Nets late in this ball game.
The Rockets making a switch here. Paul's checked in. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory. And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And that one's good. Durant.
And that stroke of Durant, effortless. I mean, easily pulling up from the perimeter. Textbook form. Beautiful to watch.
And that's how you answer back.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, go right back at him. Show him you can shoot from outside all night long.
And he recovers it. And the Warriors can win 2 more. Timeout called. The Rockets. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And Bahamute's checked in for P.J. Tucker. The Warriors also with a sub. Iguodala's checked in.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Yeah, you know what? The defense can't keep giving him these looks. I mean, he looks really comfortable shooting from these spots on the floor.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9. Stephen Curry hits them both. Houston's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Wasted no time on that one. And that's now 35 points for James Harden.
You know, Harden's a gamer. Nothing phases this guy, not even the defense being right up in his grill.
They get it back. to Thompson. The three. Good. And it's Green picking up the assist. And that's now 35 points for Klay Thompson.
And piling on to that big lead, we know he has the range late on the defensive reaction.
Yeah, and you really can't afford those kinds of lapses. I mean, not when facing a hole or a deficit like this.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot two.
Man, Thompson is phenomenal as a two-way player. A knockdown shooter from everywhere, challenged or unchallenged, and he defends at an elite level, too.
Paul for three, and another three for Houston.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
Rockets trail by 9. And here's Harden for three. No good. Good D by Thompson. Iguodala outside. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. .58 seconds left in the game. Poke loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he's good on the three ball.
For sure. And the reason with those long arms, they really aid him in being able to get these tough contested shots over the defense.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Harden against Curry. Outside for Durant. Poked away. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Nails it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within three.
You know, Capella does a nice job maintaining his focus on the offensive end. He doesn't get a ton of touches, but whenever he gets a clean look at the rim, he takes advantage of it.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
2-possession game now, guys. Some very important free throws there.
Paul for three. It's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
This is the red-hot version of Chris Paul right there.
And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 4. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
Whatever it is, got to be fast. I mean, can't waste any time at this point. This is exactly what happens when you allow James Harden to heat up.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
To tie it up. Buries the triple. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
And you know the ball's going to Harden when the game's tight. Terrific at delivering and producing down the stretch.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one. As we
go.
And it's the Warriors to start out. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Houston, Chris Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. Trevor Ariza out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Paul for three, buries the long-range jumper. Paul's got 29 in the game.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
For three, Gordon, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 8 points for Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon has a knack for scoring in big spots of the game. Well done, E.G.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. A minute into overtime in what has been a great game so far. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his fifth foul. Iguodala against Paul. Poked away. It's stolen by Capella. And it's Gordon penetrating. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Gordon's got the game tied up here for the Rockets. Warriors have gotten all three of their shots to drop so far in overtime. Curry passes to Durant.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down, or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws. And you love Durant's intensity. He has an amazing drive to be an all-time great.
What a clutch performer. He loves being in these situations, just relishes the opportunity. A lot of guys say they do, but you can see it in his face. He truly does. And Ariza's calm demeanor, excellent at scoring in key spots, and that calmness helps him.
It's stolen by Ariza. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Durant. Thompson's got 45 points. Rockets have gone a perfect 4 for 4 on their field goal attempts in overtime. Here's Tucker. Great tee that time from Green.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
To the middle. Picks it out to Ariza. It's good from long range. Ariza's got 6 in the quarter.
And this is why you love Ariza, Kevin. Doesn't shy away from taking and making the big shot. He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
That's a 2 from Paul. Buries it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
And that is a huge call. That is not who they wanted to see headed to the bench with the outcome still in question.
James Harden. He's checked in for Paul. The 3 from Harden. It falls. A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Love stepping up at crucial times.
Now off the inbound. No good off the front iron.
And sometimes, you know, you don't capitalize off a good shot or a good look. Still, you got to keep letting those good looks fly.
He dishes it to Capella. For 3, Gordon. It's good from beyond the arc.
Nothing but bottoms for Gordon. He's got him falling right now.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They trail by 3. 23 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Gerald Green, he's checked in for Houston. Thompson for 3. Rebounded by Capella. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
And I think Harden is a natural leader. Somebody that commands respect, who also happens to be a dominant scorer.
And so it's Golden State with it. Durant in the corner. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
And just look at what Durant is doing. My goodness.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And no secret here, guys. They've got to get a 3 if we're going to get yet another overtime.
Lets the 3 fly. Bullseye! A tremendous 3 to tie it up. Now a timeout called by Houston. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Welcome back to overtime basketball in what has been a tremendous battle so far. We're going to keep this one.
It's been a nice clean game, huh?
And so here is Golden State. Lobbed up there for Green, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Tucker with the ball, guarded now by Durant. Got that bucket in no time at all.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
Curry outside. Warriors the rebound. Count it. Thompson's got 50 points.
Much love goes his way. I mean, he refused to give up on the glass. Nice to see him rewarded because of his hustle.
Green kicks it to Tucker. Capella dishes to Green. From past the arc, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Green. 50 points for James Harden.
Beautiful stroke on the 3 ball there. Harden is a lights-out shooter from behind the arc.
Green against Curry. From deep, Iguodala. That one, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. Harden the pass to Ariza. Back to Harden. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Houston.
Now, you got to remember that Harden has a quick trigger, staple gun quick. This guy is looking to score as soon as the ball touches his hand.
And Gerald Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's the Warriors with the ball, trailing by 4. First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. He hits both from the stripe.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession game.
Harden kicks to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And you might as well ride him, Kevin. When he's hot like that, feeling it, Capella needs to be written and written hard.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. Got a piece of it. Green inside the 3-point line. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. That's now 8 points for Draymond Green. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this.
Focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Here's Harden. It's in.
Love Harden's elusiveness. This guy's so elusive. Finds ways to get the room he needs to shoot from the mid-range just the way he wants to.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 4. 51 seconds left to play in the second overtime period. Could not get a winner with just one. And Thompson throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. Two hands and down.
And that one really took the air out of this crowd.
Just like that. I mean, you could hear a pin drop in here.
It's Harden with the drive, and there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
No one near Iguodala as he lets it go. Connects from three-point range.
One after the other. Andre Iguodala getting it done.
Ariza has the open look. Money!
And Ariza, can light it up from anywhere. His offensive arsenal, pretty versatile.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're behind by one. There's 21 seconds left in the second overtime. What a game. Guys, what's your take?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run it.
With it. To win it. Oh, he hits it. How about that shot?
Big time. Big time.
Incredible.
Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
Phenomenal finish. A three at the horn. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I guess really that's about the only way we could expect a game like this to close the curtain.
And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. The double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned, and I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.